Wow, this is getting serious. The Italian police have joined forces with agents from the Italian Competition Authority to search the offices of four of the largest EV manufacturers, amid claims that they have all been misleading consumers about the capabilities of their vehicles. We've known for some time that the quoted ranges for EVs are wildly optimistic, based as they are on the completely unrealistic ranges of the Worldwide Harmonised Light Vehicle Test Procedure, or WLTP, which are carried out in ideal conditions without any of the real-world factors that reduce range and allow EV manufacturers to claim fantasy ranges for their vehicles, duping unsuspected buyers into thinking that they can actually get vaguely close to the performance of a combustion car. Perhaps WLTP range should stand for Would Like to Pretend range. In this video, we'll also look at how Tesla is being sued in Australia for misleading range claims, but firstly focus on how in Italy they're also starting to take serious action, with the Competition and Consumer Authority launching an investigation into Tesla, VW, BYD and Stellantis for quoting only these WLTP ranges without any explanation of the real-world factors that make them unreliable. This could get very interesting. Welcome back to MGUY, British engineer and lawyer, now Sydney-based YouTuber. If you enjoy this video, please drop a like and let me know what you think by leaving a comment. And if you want to keep informed about all the EV and net zero insanity that we're suffering at the moment, click that subscribe button down below and enable all notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, you can buy me a coffee at the link in the description or by scanning the QR code on screen. What car did a test about a year ago of 12 electric cars in real world, UK winter conditions, when the temperature wasn't the balmy 23 degrees that the WLTP requires? Everything in the WLTP test is there to maximise range. Minimal acceleration, no headlights, no heating or cooling, no hills. Nothing, in other words, that would normally reduce EV range. It's actually done on a dynamometer in a warehouse, can you believe? Effectively like a laboratory test. As What Car reported back in March 2024. Inaccuracy of official EV range figures exposed. What Car winter range test highlights the gulf between official electric car figures and the distances drivers can actually expect to travel in cold conditions. Official testing of electric car ranges is completely unrepresentative of real-world conditions, potentially leaving drivers disappointed and with insufficient mileage, What Car testing has revealed. The official Worldwide Harmonised Light Vehicle Test Procedure, WLTP, which is used to measure range, was found to be particularly unrealistic in cold conditions, where the shortfall reached almost 40% for some cars. Comparing a selection of 12 new fully electric vehicles, EVs, the latest What Car winter range test found that none of the cars could get within 20% of the official figures, which manufacturers are legally required to publish. This is because the official tests subject EVs to unrealistically gentle acceleration and are conducted in a laboratory at an ambient temperature of 23 degrees Celsius, instead of colder temperatures where batteries are less efficient. Indeed, What Car's real-world testing shows an average drop in range of 18% in winter versus summer conditions. So in reality, the WLTP figure isn't something to be relied upon to give you an idea of actual real-world range, but merely a laboratory-style comparison between cars. I guess they're useful in some ways, like if you look at the WLTP figure of two different cars, you'll get a good idea of which will have a better range as between them. But the figures are pure fantasy in terms of real-world performance. But the poor buyers don't know this. They look at the WLTP range and think that's what they'll get. And according to the Italian Consumer and Competition Authority, that's misleading, as Bild reports, translated from the original German. Raid on Tesla, VW, BYD and Stellantis. Is a possible fraud scandal looming here? The Italian police have carried out searches at 4 major car manufacturers. The suspicion? They may have deceived consumers with misleading information about their electric vehicles. The Italian Competition and Market Supervisory Authority, AGCM, suspects that BYD, Stellantis, Tesla and Volkswagen are engaging in unfair business practices. In particular, they are said to be providing consumers with inaccurate or contradictory information about the range of their electric vehicles and use unfair commercial practices. The accusation: the manufacturer's Italian websites only mention the official WLTP range, but without explaining the factors that influence it, such as speed and temperature. In addition, there is no indication of how the average range can be reduced. The AGCM also points out that BYD, Stellantis, Tesla and Volkswagen do not sufficiently educate consumers about the aging process of the batteries. Over the course of use, the capacity of the batteries decreases as they wear out over time. VW and Stellantis have both responded with bland motherhood statements, as you'd expect. In response to a built inquiry at Stellantis, a spokesman said, "Stellantis Europe SPA confirms that the company yesterday fully cooperated with the employees of the Competition Authority, who were present in Turin, together with the staff of the Special Unit for Competition Law of the Guardia di Finanza." Stellantis provided the necessary answers, information and documentation related to the subject of the investigation. A Volkswagen spokesman told Bild, "Volkswagen Group Italia takes note of the investigation by the Italian Competition Authority and is cooperating fully with the competent authorities. We support the investigations and provide all the necessary information to ensure an objective and well-founded clarification of the facts. As a company, we are committed to consumer protection and attach great importance to clear and transparent communication with our customers. Since the proceedings are currently underway, we cannot provide any further information on the details of the investigation." Well, the allegation is that EV manufacturers have been silent on the fact that WLTP ranges are essentially fictional, and they have been inducing customers into buying their cars based on those exaggerated laboratory-style ranges, and they should be doing more to make them aware of this fact. The AGCM has issued the following on its website, which gives a few more details of the proposed action. The Italian Competition Authority investigates EV companies BYD, Stellantis, Tesla and Volkswagen. The investigation focuses on the information provided to consumers regarding EV driving range, battery capacity degradation and limitations on standard battery warranties. The Italian Competition Authority has launched 4 investigations into BYD, Stellantis, Tesla and Volkswagen over suspected unfair commercial practices. The investigations look into the information provided to consumers on EV driving range, battery capacity degradation and limitations on standard battery warranties, potentially in breach of the Consumer Code. In particular, the company's websites appear to have displayed generic, and at times contradictory, information regarding the driving range of their marketed electric vehicles, without clarifying which factors impact the advertised maximum range and the extent to which they affect the actual range. Moreover, it seems that the company's websites fail to provide consumers with clear and complete information on battery capacity degradation resulting from normal vehicle use, and on the terms limitations applied to the standard battery warranty. Well, this will be absolutely fascinating to watch, and I will keep you informed of any further developments on this. Here in Australia, Tesla is facing similar claims, amongst other things, in a class action. Tesla hit by Australian class action over range and self-driving claims, phantom braking. Australian owners have accused Elon Musk's Tesla of overstating its electric car's battery life and self-driving capabilities in a class action lawsuit. In a consumer action filed in the federal court, Tesla Motors Australia has been accused of selling Model 3 and Y cars manufactured by the US Tesla Inc. based on hyped-up claims. Tesla made promises about their vehicle's safety, performance and features such as their full self-driving, but it appears some of these promises are falling flat. Rebecca Jankauskas, director of the firm behind the lawsuit, JGA Sadler, said on Monday. The claim also relates to inaccurate battery and range indications in the vehicle. Imagine your EV has never reached 75% of its advertised battery range, or the promised self-driving features that you paid a premium of more than $5,000 for have never been delivered, Ms. Jankauskas said. For many Tesla drivers, these issues are their daily reality. Despite knowing about these defects for years, Tesla had overstated its car's abilities and had failed to address the problems or pay compensation, Ms. Yankauskas alleged. It is hoped this claim underscores the importance for all EV manufacturers to be truthful in their marketing, deliver on their promises, and ensure their products are safe and reliable, she said. Drivers who purchased or leased a Model 3 or Y equipped with Tesla Vision, a camera-based system that assisted with automated driving since May 2021, are eligible to join the class action. Well, I'm not sure I'll have many Tesla drivers watching, but if you are one and you want to be part of the class action, you can visit a special website at teslaaction.com. I'll leave a link in the description. It's about time that these spurious range claims were investigated. The EV and net zero zealots are pushing unsuspecting buyers into switching to electric vehicles based on inaccurate and false claims of real-world performance, based on laboratory tests in ideal conditions. I wonder how many thousands of these poor people have bought them based on these assurances, only to be disappointed that they cannot perform anywhere near as well as their old combustion car. Once manufacturers are forced to give real-world ranges rather than fictional would-like-to-pretend ranges, we'll no doubt see the demand for EVs drop even further than it already has.